Hey everyone, welcome to your core workout. For this session, all you're going to need is a mat for some comfort. Now, the focus is on core Tabata for this round. So we're going to have small peaks of intensity mixed with even smaller recoveries. So grab some music, lie back, and let's get ourselves warm before we get moving. So first things first, just find your center of gravity, pull your core down, and just ease your back into the floor. And we're going to start nice with some leg lifts. So legs lift up, legs drop down. Now as you lift, bring the knees above the hips, then drop the toes down towards the floor. And as you lower the toes down towards the floor, really squeeze your abs tight and press your lower back down into the ground. So we're going to warm up relatively quick. That means there's more time for the workout and more time for challenge. Now lift the knees above the hips, stop, extend the legs long, hold, pull back, and then reset down to the floor. Do that again. Lift the legs up, extend the legs long, keep the lower back down, pull the knees back over the hips, and reset down. So this is teaching you to brace your core hard. So you're trying to stop the lower back lifting from the floor. And remember to breathe as you move. One more time here. Good. Now one more time, bring the knees above the hips. Hold them here, fingertips to temples. I'm going to initiate a small cross crawl. So opposite shoulder comes to opposite knee. And as you twist, just tap the toes onto the floor. So abs are super tight. And keep the elbows wide to find some tension in the back end of your body. Couple more reps here. Pressure starts to build in the upper abs, the obliques. And rest the body down. Pull the heels close to the bum and lift up to a hip bridge. So heels down, bum up. Find some tension in your glutes. Squeeze through your core. And then from here, just watch what I do with my feet. I lift the front heel, then I lift the back heel and swap. So just shifting the tension from the glute through the hamstring. Perfect. And from here, lower the body down and reset. Now we're going to start things off with a core challenge, and we're going to finish with the same core challenge. So in your own time, make your way around and find a hover position. So elbows underneath the shoulders, forearms pressing to the floor, and we're going to hold a hover. We've got 30 seconds before we start, but check out the setup. Bum down, abs tight. Options on the knees. We're going to hold this for 3 minutes, but every 30 seconds, we're going to add a new level of intensity and a new movement to keep you focused. 10 seconds before we start, and we're going to start with the baseline hover. So press the forearms into the floor, find your balance, and lift it up in 3, 2, 1, let's go. So we have 3 minutes on the clock. In round 1 of 6, just find your balance, find your core strength. And this is almost like a continuation of the warm-up. So push the forearms down, stabilize and squeeze your body. Now in 10 seconds, we're going to start to have an alternating knee drop. So the front knee taps, then the back knee taps. We start this in 3, 2, 1, let's go. So tap the back knee, tap the front knee. And when you tap the floor, imagine there's a thin pane of glass beneath the knee. So you just want to tap it real gentle. If you're on the knees for the option, then it's the same idea, but you gently lift the knee towards the ceiling. 10 seconds till we change. In 5 seconds, we're going to walk the feet wide, walk them narrow. 3, 2, 1, check it out. Wide, wide, narrow, narrow. So still stabilizing through the upper body, keeping the abs switched on, and make the steps small, but steady. Option if you need, from the knees, is to tap wide, bring in, tap wide, bring in. In 5 seconds, we lift to a tall plank. 3, 2, 1, lift to a tall plank, hold. So hands underneath the shoulders, back long and strong, pressure still builds in the shoulders. Option as always, just drop down to the knees. So this is round 4 of 6. In 10 seconds we're staying up top, but we're going to start to bring the knee towards opposite elbow with core stability. 5 seconds, 3, 2, 1, front knee towards back elbow, back out, then switch. Now try and keep your abs super tight as you move and find some strength as you move. Perfect. Option as always from the knees, bring the knee across, reset in. Now first movement for the upper body is coming up, it's in 5 seconds. Hold the plank, then lift the arm. Let's go. Lift the arm, switch. Lift the arm, switch. Take the feet wide to find balance. Embrace your core hard as you change. You got 15 seconds left. Option once again to drop and move from the knees. So last move finishes in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, rest, drop to the knees. Pull back to child's pose and just take a little breather. Woo. Good job. Shake everything out and relax. Take a short recovery, then roll back onto your back. So, now we're going to pull towards our core Tabata section of the class. First Tabata is 2 movements and 2 movements only. We're going to work 20 seconds on with 10 seconds off, and we're going to repeat each movement 4 times. Whilst you're recovering, just check out move 1. Move 1 is a C crunch. Fingertips to temples, elbows wide. The knees pull above the hips, the chin tucks towards the chest, and then we reset down. So move 1 is the C crunch, and move 2 is the cross crawl that we practiced in the warm-up. We're starting in 10 seconds. So C crunch coming up, 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So in and down. Every time you lift the legs, stop the knees above the hips and keep the elbows wide and the fingertips by the temples. Now as you're working, remember to breathe, embrace that core hard, and rest. 10 seconds all to you. Next move is that cross crawl. Start with the base level. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So knee stops above the hip. Twist the shoulder towards the opposite knee, keep the elbows wide. As you twist your body, try and drag your shoulder across to create more tension through your obliques. And remember to keep on breathing. Rest. 1 round down, 3 rounds to go. Let's go again with that C crunch, but I'm going to show you how to make it a little bit harder. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So lift up, reset down. If you want to work harder in this round, stop the toes before they touch the floor. That's going to load up through the lower core and deepen towards your hip flexors. 5 seconds here. 3, 2, 1, rest. Okay, cross crawl coming. Same idea. If you want to make it a little bit harder, stop the foot just before the floor. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Now remember, the elbows stay wide, and when you stop just above the floor, feel the stretch through the lower abs. And you might feel this transferring into the top of the thighs as well. That's normal. 3, 2, 1, rest. 2 rounds down, 2 rounds to go. Once again, we're going to progress the movements, make them a little bit harder. So take the advanced options if you want them. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So now if you want more, you can lift up and you can extend the legs. So open the body, close the body. If this isn't for you, just pull back to one of the previous movements that we've explored. 3, 2, 1, rest. Cross crawl. Once again, if you want some more, you can extend the legs long. Starting in 3, 2, 1, let's go. So So leg can extend longer, body strong as you twist. Lower back still stays pressed into the floor. And you've got 8 seconds left. 3, 2, 1, rest. Good job. One more round all the way through. Both movements, 20 seconds each. Any way you want, but add a bit more speed. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So now that we're adding more speed, we're going to elevate the heart rate much higher, creating a bigger calorie burn through this core workout. 5 seconds here. 3, 2, 1, rest. So you've got a big recovery coming up. So in this cross crawl, go for speed but keep the elbows wide. Try not to let technique go now. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Take some real big deep breaths to keep you moving and to help you feel strong as you do move. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Woo. Take the recovery and relax. You've got just over 60 seconds to chill out. If you need to stretch, I'd recommend just taking the hands above the head and opening through the core. Take some deep breaths and just relax. So, exact same format coming up. 2 fresh movements, 4 big rounds of each. Same time, it's 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. This time we shift the muscular focus. So we're going to stick with the upper abs to a degree, but we're going to incorporate much more lower abs workout. So, move 1 is a pulse crunch. Fingertips reach down by the thighs, chin tucks, you reach past the thighs. Arms long, chin tucked. Move 1 starts in 20 seconds. Check out move 2. Body lifts up, elbows drop down into the floor, extend out and in. Upper abs are on as the forearms push down. Starting in 10 seconds. So pulse crunch to start. Pull the shoulders down from the ears, lengthen to the fingertips. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So your eye gaze should travel through the thighs. Arms are really long. And squeeze your upper core as you move. Shoulders shouldn't be touching the floor, keeping tension in. Rest. Good. Pull the forearms down to the floor, lift up onto the elbows, and anchor the body down. Knees above hips, abs on, extending, let's go. So try and keep the upper body steady as you extend and the lower back down. That's going to be stabilised even further if you push those arms deep into the ground. Feel that massive stretch in the lower core, and the tension just builds up. Rest, relax, good job. Round 2, pulse crunch. If you want a little bit more, lift the knees above the hips. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So the lower body stays still, the abs tighten, and you reach past the thighs. If it gets too much at any point, you take a quick breather, and then you reset and join it again. 3, 2, 1, rest. Okay, leg extension. This time if you want some more, add a split second pause on the outward phase. So elbows down, lift the chest a little bit higher if you can, and let's go. Pause, reset, pause, reset. So really focus on the squeeze of your abs as you extend. And you're trying to create as much tension like a belt around your midsection. Rest. 2 down, 2 go. Back in for that pulse. Same as round 2. Legs elevated or feet down. Choice is yours. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So if this does feel too much, remember your option of dropping the feet to the floor and staying here. I just might find you a bit more stability to help you last the full 20 seconds. 3, 2, 1, rest. Legs extend, split second pause in the out phase. 5 seconds before we go. Find some comfort, forearms down. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Then when you do extend the legs, the lower back wants to arch. So squeeze your abs down as hard as you can, like you're trying to leave an imprint of your belly button on the floor beneath you. 3, 2, 1, rest. Good job. Okay, round 4 of 4. Let's make the movements a little bit harder. Add a pause to the pulse. 3, 2, 1, we go. Pause, pulse, pause, pulse. So at the top of the rep, squeeze your abs, create tension, and then take a split second release as you lower the shoulders towards the floor. 3, 2, 1, rest. If you want to move 4 harder, all you got to do is increase the length of your pause. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So increase the length of your pause to whatever you see fit right now. Last time doing this movement. 10 seconds still to go. 3, 2, 1, rest. Woo. Good job. So we have 2 more big rounds of Tabata. Exact same format. 2 movements. This time for your movement you're going to flip onto your front. So move 1 is going to focus into the lower back, and move 2 is going to focus back into your deep core muscles. So move 1 is called an aeroplane. Hands pull wide, fingertips on the floor, squeeze your ankles together. We lift the chest as high as we can, hold, and then release. So we're trying to create tension in the midsection of your back. Move 2 is a mountain climber. We lift up and we run the legs in. 25 seconds before we go, same format, 20 on, 10 off. Now these movements, we're not going to make them much harder as they go, so spend round 1 just finding your technique, and then we'll start to increase the pace as we go. So hands wide, fingertips down on the floor, then squeeze your ankles together, squeezing your bum. You're going to lift your chest from the floor in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Lift the chest, relax. Lift the chest, relax. If you want a little bit more, you can keep the fingertips on the floor to help provide a little bit of strength to the movement. 3, 2, 1, rest. Good job. Flip into a plank position, set your body for mountain climbers. Hands on the shoulders, 3, 2, 1, let's go. So bum down, knees close to the floor, and the hands are directly underneath the shoulders. As you pull the knee in, kick the opposite leg back, and dig the ball of the foot into the floor. 3, 2, 1, rest. Drop down, take the recovery. Back extensions coming up, round 2, 4. 3, 2, 1, let's go. If you want to create a little bit more tension through the back, then you can start to pull the hands wide and turn the thumbs towards the ceiling, opening the palms. 3, 2, 1, relax. Mountain climbers coming. Hands on the shoulders, find your balance. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Now try and pull the knee in and then kick the leg back out to create more power through your mountain climber. 5 seconds. Rest. Good job. Round 3, 4. Back extensions. If you want a little bit more, lift the legs at the same time. Squeeze the ankles. 3, 2, 1. Lift the legs. Drop. So now as you lift, you're creating almost a banana shape through the spine. This is a great movement for improving posture and preventing injury. Rest. Well done. Mountain climbers. Focus on having both feet off the floor at the same time. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So now lean further forward. So when you are pulling the knee, as soon as you start to kick this leg back, the opposite knee lifts. 5 seconds here. 3, 2, 1. One more time of each. 40 seconds of active time left in this Tabata. Drop the body down. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. This should feel like someone's trying to stretch you through the ribs. 3, 2, 1, rest. One more round of mountain climbers, hands on the shoulders. Once again, lean the body forward. Let's find pace. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So kick the feet back as if you were trying to dig a hole in the ground behind you. You've got 10 seconds of pace left. Three, 2, 1. Well done. Take a recovery. One more Tabata round, then that 3-minute challenge is coming back to get you. So find some comfort in the bum. We're going to move into oblique twists. Move 1 is that oblique twist. Move 2 is a variation of the window wiper, swinging side to side, okay? You got 45 seconds before we start. Just let the heart rate settle, stretch through the core if you need, and then find some comfort in the bum. Good, start to rock up. Start to find your space in, slow your breathing. Let's get ready to go. 20 seconds before we start. The important part now is the lower back's fatigued, so we really need to focus the energy into your deep core muscles. So tuck the chin down, round to the back. 8 seconds before we start. Last block of Tabata. 5 seconds before we go. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So we clasp the hands together, twist from the torso, and let the chest follow the hands. And the eye gaze just follows the hands with it. 3, 2, 1, rest. Lie back, hands wide, stick the palms down, and make sure your shoulder blades don't lift as you do this movement. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So roll from the torso to the front, through the middle to the back. If your shoulder blades are lifting off the floor, then you're disengaging your obliques. So keep the shoulder blades down and just move at a level that feels good for you. Rest. 1 round down, 3 rounds to go. Pull yourself back up, find comfort in the butt. Twist in 3, 2, 1, let's go. In this round, focus on making your twists more forceful. So as you turn, throw your body around as if you were chopping with an axe. Feel the power build in your core. 3, 2, 1, rest. Lie back, arms wide. This time, check out the position of my knees. I push them slightly down, so I load up my obliques a little bit more. Let's go. So more of my back stays grounded, and I find more tension through the side of my obliques to twist. So as I lean, I squeeze. Shoulder blades still down. 3 seconds here. Rest. 2 down, 2 go. Grab behind your legs, rock up. Let's get the twists. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. And if you want a little bit more this round, you can lift your legs off the floor and try and find balance. Still focusing on the twist from the torso. If you're struggling with balance, just anchor the heels down and focus on the twist. Rest. Good job. Arms down. If you want the challenge, you can either lower the legs towards the floor or you can extend the legs long. Let's go. by extending the legs long, we create more weight to try and hold and load through the obliques. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, rest. Final round of Tabata. Grab bench with the eyes, rock up. However you want to move, go for it. 3, 2, 1, let's twist. You got 10 seconds left here, and then you got one final movement for your Tabata. 3, 2, 1. Woo. Last window wiper. Arms down, legs long, legs short, whatever you need. 5 seconds. Lift legs. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. If you can start to combine both variations, where the feet come closer to the floor and the legs are long at the same time, almost like an arc movement. 3, 2, 1, rest. Relax. You got a short recovery. You got 40 seconds before we hit that plank challenge again, okay? So, 3 minutes of planks, done. First 30 seconds, start on the forearms. So take your time, catch your breath, shake off anything you need to shake off, and start to get yourself set up. 20 seconds before we go. Forearms down. 12 seconds before we start. Good. Remember to take the knees if you need it. We're starting in 3, 2, 1. Lift and hold. So first 30 seconds are here. Anchor the body down and focus all of your energy back deep into your abs. Taking some real deep breaths as you hold. In 10 seconds, we're going to start that knee drop again. So knee dropping in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Tap the knee, tap the knee. Now in this round, imagine you're balancing a drink on your back. So as you do this, try and stabilize the core and squeeze the butt. 15 seconds until the walk and hover. Good, you're almost there. 3, 2, 1, hold, step out, out, in, in. Now really anchor the body down and remember your options. It's an endurance challenge, so to help you endure you need to drop to the knees. That's okay. You can still work like this, okay? 10 seconds, we're about to lift to a tall plank. Lift up in 3, 2, 1. Lift up to a tall plank. Hold. The shoulders should be burnt out by now. That's a good feeling. So if you need to, stay in the workout with the knees down, but the body weight is still forward, so the core is still loaded. 15 seconds to hold. Slow climber coming. Knee to opposite elbow. Ooh, hang on, you got 65 seconds left. So knee to opposite elbow in 3, 2, 1, let's go. So we're within the final minute. Once again, if you need to, knees, pull across the body. So whatever you do, don't let the hips rock. Find that stability through your core by keeping the back flat. In 5 seconds, we go to the arm extensions. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So arm extends, then switches. Option here on the knees, or you can push back onto the toes for the final challenge. As you reach long, try not to let the hips twist to the side. So feel the weight transfer from legs through the hands into the floor. And you're finishing in 6 seconds. Hold on. 3, 2, 1, rest. Whew. Pull back into a child's pose. Catch your breath. And then from here, roll forward, drop the hips to the floor, lift up through the chin, and just take some deep breaths. And relax there. Awesome job, everyone. So, for the next couple of hours, your abs are going to be super fatigued, so try and avoid lifting heavy weights over your head because your lower back's not going to support you the same way it normally would. Hopefully you enjoyed the session, and well done.